After Shinzo Abe retired from active politics, there was a nagging fear that the era of one-year prime ministers and political stability will return in Japan and hinder its economic ambitions of becoming a great power all over again. Now, Yoshihide Suga's decision to step down has reinvigorated the same fears. Yet, Japan's future seems bright with Taro Kono, a former defense minister, China hawk, and a dynamic leader looking all set to take over. He is currently leading the opinion polls and is the front runner in the prime minister's race. Keep watching to know why Kono is so popular in Japan and what makes him likely to get chosen as the next Japanese prime minister. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Shubhangi, and in this video, I will tell you about Taro Kono, the man who is very likely to take over Japan's premiership. Japan is set for yet another change of leadership. Yoshihide Suga is set to get replaced as Japan's prime minister, and the race to succeed him is already underway. However, there is no respite for China as Taro Kono, a dynamic 58-year-old leader, is expected to replace Suga. In any case, he is going to be a China hawk with pro-Taiwan leanings. Two opinion polls over the last few days have clearly shown that Taro Kono is the top choice of Japanese voters, with 23% telling the Yomiuri Shimbun Daily that they favor him for the premiership. Former Defense Minister Shigeru Ishiba, however, follows Kono closely with 21% of the survey respondents favoring Ishiba. Kono has emerged as the frontrunner for Japan's premiership because of his connection with the Japanese youth. In the recent past, Japan's youth has gone through a process of political enlightenment, with events like the coronavirus pandemic, the controversy surrounding the 2020 Olympics, China's growing belligerence, the Senkaku Islands dispute, improving Japan-Taiwan relations, and demands for revising the pacifist constitution. Japan's youth has suddenly come into focus. Traditionally, Japan is an aging country with old leaders, and the older generations are much more politically engaged than the young. But in the upcoming elections, the Japanese youth will become an important constituency given the transformational changes the country is going through. In the case of Kono, a former defense minister in the Shinzo Abe government, the growing focus on Japanese youth is quite helpful. Kono has kept good contact with the youth on social media. He has built a massive following with the Japanese youth along with an active social media presence in 2 languages. Kono has a total of 2.3 million followers on the Japanese social media page alone, which indicates his surging popularity. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who is presently the tallest leader in Japan and the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, backs Sanae Takechi. If Takechi succeeds with Abe's blessing, she could become the first female Prime Minister of Japan. However, Takechi is presently trailing far behind Taro Kono at 3% as per the Yomiuri Shimbun Daily survey. In fact, Abe, who has already retired from Japanese politics, remains the favorite choice of 5% respondents and still commands more popularity than the candidate he is backing. Taro Kono has prior experience of serving under Shinzo Abe, and therefore he has acquired a staunchly anti-China political stand in line with Abe's policies. In an interview with American Daily last year, Kono had taken a dig at China for trying to change the status quo of the South China Sea. The former defense minister had said, "Anyone who is trying to change the status quo by force needs to be forced to pay a high cost." Commenting on China stationing missile batteries and deploying fighter jets and bombers on several newly created islands in the South China Sea, Kono had noted, "That is destabilizing. A free and open maritime order in the South China Sea is as important as any other place, and what happens there will concern the international community." Kono had reportedly advocated bolstering Japan's defenses in order to respond to any emergency situation created by Chinese air travel or naval activity against Taiwan or Japan's southern islands. This reeks of a commitment to take Japan away from post World War II pacifism, seek stronger alliance with Taiwan, and push back against Chinese aggression. It is because of these reasons that Kono has emerged as a frontrunner in the ongoing race for Japanese premiership.